Hey everyone, Coach Investor back to another Tesla weekly video for today. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend so far. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. So all of you that are spending quality time with your friends and family. Maybe you won't be on YouTube in the next couple of days, if not weeks. I'm already wishing you all a great new year. Now, a couple of announcements before we jump into the China numbers out of Europe, and some news related with Tesla specifically. That is not the stock. Just wanted to say that on Sunday I will be doing a live stream. You can ask me anything, Q&A session, chill live stream. Maybe we'll do some other stuff there as well. I believe it's 10 a.m. Eastern. I don't know what it is, Central or Pacific, but it's already scheduled on the channel. You can click notify me and it will notify you whenever I go live. And then throughout the week, I will definitely try and do each and every day a live stream before the market opens. We're gonna have a look at news specifically during that day. You can also ask me whatever question you want. If you enjoy this live stream, do let me know. Maybe we'll do them more in 2024. Now, let's start with the China numbers. So, another great week in China when it comes to the registration numbers. Between the week December 11 to December 17, there were 18,300 Tesla insured. Definitely a huge bump up week over week. And I believe this is the second best week ever. We're also very much on track for this to be a record quarter in Tesla China. And then with regards to the mix between the Model 3 and the Model Y, we can see a tiny increase in Model 3, which is the refresh one. And then the majority of the boost comes from Model Y. Now, as for the China retail car sales from January to November, we can see that the Tesla Model 3 again became the best-selling car of the year in China. In October, it briefly lost the crown to BYD, which, if you remember, we covered that as well. Now, the Model Y is currently only 3,000 units ahead, but sales in November were 12,000 units higher. So, therefore, I think it's safe to say that the Model Y will increase its lead in December and become China's best-selling car in 2023. Now, before moving into the numbers in Europe, if you enjoyed this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if not, we really appreciate that. If you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and the pinned comment to get a top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. Now, in Europe, Tesla continues to be the fastest growing brand in year-to-date sales. Tesla was able to catch up to Citroën by 8,200 units in November. There's still a 20,700 unit difference. Of course, the European market, some of you might know, some of you might not know, you need to have a compact car. You need to have a smaller car and definitely a much cheaper car to gain a lot more market share. We know that Tesla is working on a compact car. Whenever that will be announced, we don't know. Rumors have it late 2024, beginning 2025. In my opinion, when they announce it, they will be ready to produce that car the day after the announcement or the second after the announcement, because you don't want to have a Cybertruck type of scenario. Announcing it and then delivering only 4 years later. This cannot happen, especially not with the specific compact car. Cannot happen, because then you have cannibalizing effects on the Model 3, the Model Y as well. You cannot have that. You will have a type of event announcement, and then delivery starts next month, or it would be like the refresh Model 3 where suddenly, puff, you have a new option on Tesla's website. Here we go, the Model 2. Surprise. Remains to be seen what happens. Then, looking at the market share of European car brands from January to November, Tesla grew its year-to-date market share by 65% or 110 basis points from last year to 2.8% market share. So Tesla is also, in terms of market share growth, one of the best. Of course, you will see the numbers increase for most brands, but some did not increase enough to actually increase their overall market share. So despite seeing the increase in numbers year over year, some of them actually lost market share. Then with regards to Starlink, again, this success story is going to be one for the history books. So Starlink is connecting more than 2.3 million people in over 70 countries and in many more markets around the world. I mean, the growth rate there has been truly remarkable. Moving up to the Cybertruck. So the Cybertruck got a pretty good review, let's say. Cybertruck is the Picasso of automobiles. Design legend, I'm not going to butcher his name. he said that. He says here, Picasso revolutionized painting because he had the courage. He was the artist of decomposition of reality. In a similar way, Tesla CEO Elon Musk has smashed traditional expectations of how a pickup should look. I mean, we can thank Elon's son for that as well. The designer is the creator, the guy that made that comment is the creator of the only other stainless steel production vehicle, the DeLorean DMC-12. This is a 1981 car that became famous for starring in the Back to the Future movies. I mean, when you look at this, of course, this was 1981, so it really looked futuristic. And the fact that it looked futuristic in 1981 and only today are we looking at another vehicle that looks futuristic, to me is a missed opportunity for a lot of companies. Of course, we've had plenty of concept cars over the years, right? But that's the problem. They stay in the concept car box, and that's it. They never actually become a reality. Now, moving on to short sellers, well, 2023 was definitely not a great year to be short. If you shorted Tesla, you would be down $12.6 billion, Nvidia $11.3 billion, Apple $7.7 billion, Meta $6.3, and the list goes on and on and on. Then with regards to Tesla Energy, again, a business segment that will grow much faster right now than the automotive one, has also higher gross margins currently than the automotive business for Tesla. So Tesla has officially launched its new Megapack project in Shanghai with an annual production capacity goal of 10,000 Megapacks. A land acquisition and signing ceremony for the project was held in Shanghai on Friday morning, marking the official start of what the company called a milestone project. Construction of the plant was scheduled to begin in the third quarter of this year, with production commencing in the second quarter of 2024. But of course, today's update means that the start of production of the plant has been slightly delayed from earlier. The factory should open in Q3 2024. Which leads me to Dan Inves raising the price target of Tesla from $310 to $350 based on our increasingly bullish view of further EV share gains and margin stabilization in 2024. We believe Tesla will reach $1 trillion market cap in 2024 as the next phase of the growth story is underway with Musk and co. And this is something I touch on in the top picks for 2024 video, margin stabilization. As interest rates come down, rates to finance your car purchase should come down as well. If you're buying a car, most people apparently in the United States are buying their car, they're paying monthly rates should come down as well. Then that means you'll have more demand, and this will probably make Tesla less inclined to reduce the prices, which in 2023 has definitely hurt their margins. Now, of course, Tesla can reduce their prices because the cost of building the car comes down as well. But overall, I do agree, 2024 is the year where margins will stabilize for Tesla, and that's already a huge bump for them, especially at the bottom line. And so lastly, the graph here this week, after a couple of weeks of green candles here, we finally have one red one. It's really not that big of a deal. We were flat-ish for the week. We got pretty close to the 20-day moving average, but that's about it. RSI is still pretty neutral on the weekly. Overall, I mean, we're going into 2024 in a much better way that we went into 2023, especially with regards to Tesla, but the overall tech sector, high growth stocks as well. Remember last year, stocks like Tesla, Meta, Amazon, Google, all of those things, even Nvidia were all down 30, 40, 50, even 60% going into 2023. So that will be it for this video. Of course, next week is probably going to be another quiet week for Tesla, unless they come out with something crazy. But next week will be the last Tesla weekly video for 2023. So again, thank you everyone for supporting the channel. If you haven't done so, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and then I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.